I got a windrow. Making bales. When it dried down, it dried down. Uh-oh. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, or I'm gonna be out doing that. I don't want to be out doing that. I just dropped the first bale. It's probably about 12 feet long. I don't know. I don't care either. First bale's always a piece of shit. But I forgot to plug my moisture tester in at this end, and I'm going, great, it's not working. It's 0 all the way around the field. Corner back there behind me, I plugged it in. Had 9.5, 10.5, 9.5, 10.5. Then it jumped to 14.5. It just hit 30, but back to 12. And one thing about these, we got the same one on the little baler. They lie. If it's going to tell me we're 10 or 12, I know we're below 9. If it's going to tell me we're 30, we're probably at 15 or 16, but not consistently. And I'm guessing that my fix on the rig worked, because I ended up cranking it up a bunch more. It was hitting the ground when she pulled in. But it's raking clean. And she goobered up here. She was catching 3 rounds when she started, because the fence was in the way and they were kind of shoved downhill. So I got a single just across here. And she's coming over there. So at any rate, we be baling. That one's getting ready to fall off. That'll be the first good bale on the ground. If it ever falls off. It's kind of funny. I'll watch those damn things, and they'll hang there and hang there and hang there. And they'll fall off in a corner where they're in the way later. See the shadow? There's a gap in it. There is a gap. The bale's hanging back there. There it went. That's how I see it. So anyway, we're going to see how far we get tonight. They're calling for... Damn. We really went fuzzy. Focus on something, camera. There we go. Yeah, we just tied another bale. And I got one hung on the bill hook. Give it a second to see if it pops up. There it went. I'll take that. Thought I dropped one. Damn it. Number 4 is missing the twine. Number 3 is my problem child. I don't worry about it. See the little reflector sticking up? Only one of those in the middle should be sticking up, not 2. So I gotta go fish the twine and tie it together. Have fun, and hopefully this will be the last time to do that. I did it right up here in the shade earlier. Now I get to do it in the shade here. First one's always big and ugly. And I'm messing around cleaning corners up, so this is fun. Because I can't turn tight enough to come into this corner, so drive into it and stop before the fence. I hope I got it. But that one's a little twine deficient too. I think there's 3 twine on it. It's 6 twine machine, but number 3 knotter don't work, so I'll swing around and grab that little clown. Ty's getting ready to get into that field. And there's a little better looking bale. I gotta turn around anyway, may as well go this way, right? That one's actually pretty good looking. Just got a little fuzzy spot because number 3.
Nope, I can't fit through the gate. I gotta close them out.
And she can't fit through the gate. I thought she could, I couldn't remember. Alright. Oh, I got a spot right here I can catch too. I don't like leaving anything, especially if we're going to try to water it up, but I think the cows will probably get this piece. And my counter says 20 bales. So keep in mind 2 of those bales are still in the baler. But from now on everything will be a proper count. And I don't remember what we got off this field last year. I think I still got it in my phone, but I don't think we're too much different than last year. I'm sure it's more, but not as much as I expected. get you a closer look at that ugly son of a bitch. I can see a beauty. Excuse me. If we can get that on the truck, we're just going to take it in and shove it off for the cows. They're all out of feed anyway. So, but they don't look too bad. They're here. I wish they were getting loaded on a truck right now, but it may not hurt to let them set out here. They're saying chance of drizzle in the morning. So I don't know. We'll see. Well, boys and girls, there's the business end. He's tied 2 knots. There's 1 set of knots at each end of the bale. See a knot right there? Another one in the middle of the screen. But that knot's only in the top twine. We lost the bottom twine underneath. So that means this twine was laying here like this one is that we're not using. I had to shove it down in there, and the plunger will shove it into the bale. So it'll feed the top one for this next bale, but it won't be tied. So, all the fun stuff. There's the backside of the flags. And currently, Helen is underneath, trying to get number 4 run back in for me. And she's straight below me. So much crap I could knock on her. Try not to. Oh, yeah, while I'm back here. Here's my camera. This is set to blow air across it. I think it needs a little tweak. It's been on there for about 10 years. This tube goes here, follows this around, and I just drilled a hole and plumbed into my blower housing, into the manifold. And it does a pretty good job of keeping the camera clear. Without it, I can't see shit. But anyway, what is it, a little after 8 o'clock. And I'm on my first round here with, I know the counter says 4, so there's 4 on the ground. There must be one, yeah, there's one hiding over there by those dead trees. So, and, oh yeah, that'd be the 5th one to come off. So, a little 5.5 rounds on the first round, that ain't bad. There's 10 acres here. So, anyway, I think I might just throw this up for you tonight. And, yeah, usually I'm chasing her because the wind's blowing so hard I got to stay on top of the windrow. And I'm hoping she's getting this figured out because I don't want to lay down there. Smile for the camera! Oh, and the wind's blowing everything off that side at her. This is one of the dirtiest jobs. Seriously. Because it doesn't matter what you do. You get full of everything. Comes out of the boxes, goes down through a set of guides, and then there's tensioners. Those square things down here, there's tensioner rolls. Then it goes down through an arm with a spring on it that holds tension on what's in the bale. Then back up and through the needle. Look at my eyes full of shit. There's a double roll at the end of the needle. And for this one, she's got to get enough pull to tie it back here with these other twine. Then we'll be here for the next bale. So I'm going to help her with that and see if this video will upload up here. Well, it seems like I lied. Yo-yo down here looked at number 3 string that was hanging down and tied it. Not number 4.
Okay, but Yo-Yo's never also done this fucking part before, and she got it.
See the kinkied up string there? That's number 4. It switched balls. And right up there's the clamps coming out of the twine box. If you're going to have an issue, it's when the knot hits that and it pulls the knot apart. And that's what it did. We actually had to string it clear through those, which is a royal bitch. And now it's down here, so now she's learning how to get the tensioners opened up. And she's got the twine through it finally, which, by the way, is a bitch.
That's a fucking understatement.
And now she can go down through the spring arm. Notice one's pointed up with twine and the other is not there because it's pointed down. It's just barely off the ground. Just got to go through it without getting screwed up in it because there's a cotter key to keep them from going out of that. And I can't get where I can really see. Maybe you can see that far when there's a cotter key to this side of it. That keeps it from slipping out, so when everything goes slack, it doesn't fall off the roller. And then it goes up. If I can get in here with the camera, see there's a roller right there, and the twine. There's another roller right on top of it. Keep learning. Pull it now, because it's a lot easier. And hey, Ty, you don't want to be underneath that other bolt on number 5. But I'm not even sure why number 5 swung that way. Probably because number 5 should be under it, not over it. I don't know.
No, all of them are over it.
Is that bolt loose?
Yeah. No.
Interesting. Oh, well, it's been working. We'll leave it alone. There's, now you can see the factory one right there. That's one we had to make, another one we had to make. They just keep it so the twine will get lined up to go in. I'm not sure why the one she's working on doesn't have a top piece to it, but it's working, so I'm not going to argue. I'm sure there's a reason I did it that way. So anyway, now she's got to get that one run and tied and cut number 3 off and let it hang. Really, the only reason I even have twine in the number 3 is if I happen to run out and I have to have a ball, I got 2 extra balls in there. And really should cut the excess off back here. It didn't get cut off last year when we cleaned up. I don't know why. So anyway, I found out I can't upload up here. I don't know why. Because the tower's right through that gap in the trees. And camp trailer's right there. And I upload from the push out on this side of it every night. I mean, I'm still direct line of sight to the tower. So, I don't know. And we've been at this for about 45 minutes now, total. In that 45 minutes, we would have been, at least half done, if not all the way done with this piece. Hopefully still get it done tonight, just because. That's not the sun shining off the stack. That's a cab light. That is, however, sunlight back there, but can't see it from here very well. This isn't very long after losing that one. We lost it right over there. And the next bale, for some reason, number 4 didn't make the second knot. So I had to just run the top twine back through and retie it. And I never trust that to begin with, but it's low enough, which should be good. Yeah, my hydraulics, there's a ground issue somewhere in the wiring, I think. But see that? That's my load, which is kind of on the low side, but that's the pressure on the chamber. So I kind of govern it by that as to what the moisture is. I've only run the thing for 20 years, so I've kind of figured that out. And we just tied another one. Seems they all, yep, they're moving like they should. Means they're not hung on a bill hook or any of that crap. Anyway, I see Ty didn't do what I asked her to do last time. I told her to make a pass around these trees, so this time around I can bale it. And we wouldn't have to make sharp corners. Oh well. Anyway, hydraulic pressure should be like 1,000 to 1,200 pounds when it's in the right moisture range. And at 30, that's how many flakes per bale. The 312 is what the load is on one side, and that's what the pressure is. So, and the load is actually set for 340, so it'll run from 300 to 360, give or take. And the little arrow, that tells me I need to move to the right just a little bit. And the little dot that keeps disappearing, that blinks every time the stuffer shoves a flake in. And then see ink, that's my issue. This is like the third year of that. Haven't been able to find it yet. Everything works. It just doesn't tell me my hydraulic pressure when it's doing that. So anyway, I'm going to say we're probably 12 to 14%, judging by the load and the pressures on it, give or take. And I don't know, we may not run too much longer because it's starting to cool down fairly decent. I was really hoping to at least get into where she quit cutting the first day. But, and yeah, but instead of changing gears, that other side's a little heavier. I gotta go third gear. The rest of this I can run fourth, fifth, even sixth. Not as heavy as a normal gear. You know, it looked really good standing. Still looked pretty good even with a tedder windrow. But there's two windrows put together. It's up to the axle, but you know, usually I'm running over more. Anyway, get in. We'll see if I can get this to upload. Catch the rest of the sunset. Looks way better in the camera than it does in real life. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah. See the lights over there? That's Ty. She turned them on last round. Alright, we'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll either have some wet windrows and some wet bales, or we'll finish baling and get it in. First thing we're going to do is get some bales in for some cows, because you know, Dino's group, I really wanted to get some in for them today, but that didn't happen. Well, they'll get, if we can work it, they'll get that big ugly one. That's like 2 bales for one, right? That ain't bad, but I just made half or 3/4 of a round at mostly 30 on there, and pressure's different, so we're calling her a night at 10 o'clock. Kind of pretty out, what you can see. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. At least we got some bales on the ground. 31 up in this field and 18 or 20 in the other. And there's what we got left to do. We're in about to where she quit cutting the first day, where it was kind of wet. I think I just messed her up. She was going to go through this hole and I'm in it. Oh well. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go find me a shower and some dinner and pass out.